Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm William.
I'm Keena.
And we are the Nerdyweds. Today we are discussing why you should attend a convention.
Why are you side-eyeing me?
Because last time I did this, you said I was like a car salesman.
It was less so this time.
Less so this time? Okay.
But it's kind of like we are selling them on it because we enjoy conventions so much and we want everyone else to experience all of the great things that we've experienced from going to conventions. So we're going to talk about 5 of those things.
5 of those things. And now, keep in mind, conventions are anything from like Comic-Cons, board game conventions,
horror conventions. Shows. Like I have horror convention Spooky Empire represented on my shirt.
Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, so
2 great conventions.
Great conventions that cover like our interests. Like I'm really into horror, you're really into Star Wars, and you corrupted me.
But there are a lot of local conventions near you, wherever you are, and there are some big national conventions like Dragon Con and obviously San Diego Comic-Con. So let's talk about some of the reasons why you should attend. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the one that most people will probably think of when they think of the type of conventions we're talking about is meeting celebrities.
Yeah, comic book artists, novelists, movie stars, TV.
Some of the faves that you think about, even with Star Wars, we've been able to meet
Carrie
Prowse,
Fisher, David Prowse, Mark Hamill, Billy D.
Williams.
Yeah.
Haven't met James Earl Jones.
Nope, but he's retired from doing anything like that.
Yep.
So there's no James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones.
Yep. So that's a big one. And a lot of the different conventions we've gone to, some you've mentioned already, like Dragon Con, we've been able to meet celebrities that we were really into when we were young, that hit that nostalgia factor, then some that are popular now. So it really gives you an opportunity to do that when in everyday life. When are you going to be able to meet a celebrity? Unless you're lucky like him and you're just going to like IHOP or Denny's and you run into Shaq at the gas station. But other than that, this is it. This helps you tick that off the list. So that being said, that's not the only reason to go to a convention.
No, the next reason that pops into my mind is merchandise, artists that you can go that are selling some really cool memorabilia from your favorite films, comics, and movies and TV shows and everything else in between. And then artists that are making some wonderful custom artwork that caters to something you might be interested in. Or you'll find something there you had no idea you were interested in. Seen some really interesting things. But, merchants, of all ilks, you can find them at a convention.
Because there's usually a vendor room and you can have mass-produced merchandise, but then you can have those specialty things that you're only going to find at a place like this where people are coming in and selling the things that they make, and it's really unique. One of my favorite things about the October show for Spooky is going a couple of months before Christmas and being able to get some specialty things that I can't find anywhere else because it's being made by someone. One of my favorite artists, Steph Sweet, who does, I think her Etsy shop or her shop is called Mercury Toy Box, I believe.
Mercury's Toy Box, yeah.
And she made one of my favorite items of all time when she did a custom artwork, custom painting of a Twi'lek from Star Wars. So the next thing I would say would be just the ambiance. So we like to nerd out over sci-fi shows and movies and horror movies, and being able to go to a convention where that stuff is the norm, where everywhere else it's a little bit weird, and your friends don't want to listen to you talk about Scream or Candyman and all of these other things on and on. Whereas you go to a convention where that is what everyone is there for. And everywhere you look around, you see posters, you see cosplay, like we just talked about merchandise and celebrities, and you really get immersed in the environment where everybody else is nerding out over the thing that you love.
Yeah.
It's really experience you can't really fully explain. You just have to go and experience it.
Yeah, the cosplay at some of these conventions is just insane. You'll see costumes and you'll be like, that was on a commercial one time, or just the most brilliant Warhammer costume you've ever seen, or some big elaborate thing, or some little thing out of your childhood. One time I was in my Darth Vader costume and saw a barf that looked exactly like John Candy from the movie. And I'm in my Darth Vader costume, and I forget I'm like almost 7 foot tall Vader chasing this poor man down a hallway, screaming "Barf!" And he was terrified. That was fun. So getting into the next thing is getting the latest news, info, what have you, about things that are happening within your geek community. What's going on with your favorite shows? Is there a sequel to your favorite movies? What's happening? New novels, comics, stuff like that. You can find out a lot of that information going to different panels and just in general around the con talking to people. It's just a great way to find out really cool things about something you might have thought you knew everything about. Because you're going to meet people there that know more about it than you do.
That's true. Really, really cool. And all of these things that we're talking about are not a top 5. It's just there are top 5. But you will go to the convention and you will find more reasons of why going to a convention is a great thing, such as being able to share your hobby and the thing that you love with your family or your kids, and being able to introduce them to something new. And it's a whole experience going to a convention. It's like an all-inclusive vacation. If you do go to conventions, let us know in the comments what are some of your favorite reasons to go to a convention. But the next point is
new friends. I always say we are all friends. We just haven't met each other yet. And at a convention, that couldn't be more true, because everybody there is there for the same reason you are.
Yeah.
They are there because they're interested in whatever this convention entails. Now, conventions like Dragon Con can be a little bit murkier than that, because there is so much diversity at Dragon Con that you meet people there that are there for completely different reasons than you are. But generally, like Spooky Empire or other smaller conventions, board game conventions or what have you, everyone is there for the same reason you are. And it's a great way to meet new people that are interested.
It really is. And those new people eventually become old friends, because with Spooky Empire, we've been going since 2009. And some of my longest running friends are people that we met at this convention. And then we start going to other conventions together. Or we have our yearly family reunion at Spooky, and we hang out and again, like you said, nerd out about the hobby that we love. So that, for me, is the number one reason for conventions. It's the thing that's going to keep you going when you've gone so many years and now you've seen all of the celebrities, you've got all of the autographs you want to get, or you met all the people that you want to meet. But the thing that will keep you going is not only the love for the hobby, but those friends that you've made.
Yeah, it is really a family reunion. I have the same thing at Dragon Con, Spooky, and we have friends that we met at both of those conventions that we meet at other conventions, and it's really great. It's especially true of board game conventions. I've found that since we've been going to those, finding people in our local area that are interested in that hobby as much as we are. And to be able to find people, we can go to their house, they come to our house and do some gaming. It's been really a great time.
It has been. That's all I've got.
That's all
anything you okay.
Just like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you think. And until next time,
stay nerdy.